We just rounded up a 3 days training on public speaking and effective communication with Mr. Val Okafor, and it was an exceptional training.
Hello everyone, my name is Val Okafor, founder of the Val Okafor Company. Our organization advances leadership excellence and human capital development. For the past 3 days, we've had interaction with the team at iPlace, Institute of Professional Learning and Advancement. And what we have been talking about is public speaking and effective communication. Every leader must master how to communicate your vision, how to communicate your ideas, how to communicate the mission, whatever it is that you represent, whether you are a CEO or a change maker, you need communication skill. And that was what we were able to do with the team at iPlace. I'll just leave you to take a listen on how impactful this training was.
Hello everyone, I'm Favor Oluchi Christopher, the community manager for iPlace. I want to say that the past 3 days has been nothing short of being insightful, amazing, and thought-provoking. So many things to learn, so many things to take home, so many things to implement. One thing that stood out for me is that the secret of public speaking is mastery. So it's one thing to learn how to speak, it's another thing to really put it into practice and be a master of it. We learned the A to Z public speaking. And I want to tell you that the letter B stood out for me because body language is a thing. Now, it covers 75% of how a thing is said and 35% of what was said. It's one thing to say something and your body language reads another thing. And I want to say that Val Okafor is a catalyst. Is one that spikes up reaction to see that you grow and you leave the level you are. He wants to see you excel, so therefore he pours himself out into you, notwithstanding. And I want to say that this training has been nothing short of my expectations. Thank you so much.
Is Abdul Malik Adeizanuhu. I'm an executive assistant to the CEO of this organization, and these few days has been quite impactful. Has been a powerful presentations, and I have really learnt a lot from this engagement. Prior to now, I actually have the ability to be outspoken whenever I am called to do so. However, I think I have learned a whole lot of things that change my perspectives about public speaking, in the sense that it takes more than having a good voice, less stage fright, if I may put it that way, to be able to be a good communicator. It requires a lot of strategic efforts, like looking out for who are your audience, what do they need, and how best can you present their needs to them in such a way that it is viable for them to take it as an option. I've also learned about storytelling as a way of communication. And I think with my presentation today, I've used it quite to my advantage. And the facilitator of this event has been impressive, if I may use that word, but I think I'm undervaluing the values that comes with what he offered us today. This field is not today as a whole. He has been educating, he has been entertaining, and most importantly, he has this ability to make sure everybody learns within the vicinity or under his voice. So it has been quite encouraging. It has been quite a lot, if I may put it that way. But I think in all, I'm grateful for this opportunity to be here, to have learned from you, and I hope that one of these days we'll meet at the top, like they always say, so that when I tell my story, I'll make sure to include you to be the foundation of it. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Favor Henry. I'm a lawyer and I serve in the Operations and Research Department of iLaw PD. This training has been wonderful, in quotes. I would say wonderful because I was exposed to lessons, practical skills that even my 5 years in university didn't expose me to those set of skills. It was very practical. I get to learn the techniques of how to become an effective communicator and a public speaker. What stood out for me for the training was a particular of the life lessons that were taught, because Mr. Val Okafor is not just a public speaker or just a facilitator. He's also a life coach. And one of the lessons, the first day he came to the office, one of the first thing he said was, never shy away from responsibilities. Responsibilities are opportunities in disguise. And immediately that thing stuck to me. It stuck to me like glue, and I'm willing to pass it on to my colleagues and people around me. So one of the techniques I learned from the training was maintaining of eye contact. Prior to now, I had issues maintaining eye contact with my audience, with the persons, whoever I'm speaking with. I don't know why. But with this training, I found a way to go around that. And yes, I can maintain eye contact because I'm looking at you now, you're seeing me. So beyond that, Mr. Okafor is a wonderful and excellent facilitator, a coach, a life coach, like I said before. And it's not just about theories, going to the university, you just theories, but it was very practical, right? And yes, it was a wonderful training, and I wish we could go on but everything that has a beginning has an end. So I'm glad that I was able to participate in it. Thank you very much.
My name is Miracle Agabi. I'm the programs manager for training at iPlace and ILPD. We just rounded up 3 days training on public speaking and effective communication with Mr. Val Okafor, and it was an exceptional training. I learned about the A to Z of public speaking, and 2 alphabets stood out for me: Alphabet C and Alphabet D. Alphabet C stands for confidence, and what I learned from this particular alphabet is the need to get knowledge, because if you have knowledge, you would be confident. And what this has inspired me to do is to create a routine where I get to learn something every day, read a biography, read something that just adds to what I already know. And the second alphabet is alphabet D, which is delivery technique. I learned how to infuse storytelling, statistics, and question into my speaking to make sure that I carry my audience along and to have a beautiful speaking engagement. These 2 alphabets stood out for me, and I'm wowed. I can't contain how I feel right now. I'm really wowed. And one word I would use to describe Mr. Val is excellent. Mr. Val is an excellent facilitator. That's just the word. Yes, thank you so much.
My name is Christiana Ishaku. I serve as the front desk executive in this organization. So this 3 days has been a lot, honestly. Like I remember when I was told of this whole thing, I was like, okay, I hope I don't sleep through class. I tend to do that a lot, especially when I find it boring. But then it was different. Like I found myself awake all through this session, and when it was time to end the session, I wish we can get more. I wish we can just go on for an extra hour. But then everything that has a beginning has an end. I would say this is one of my best training as of now, and honestly I learned a lot. And one thing that I think I need to work on is letter I, impromptu speaking. Not like I don't know what to say, but then when you call me out when I'm not ready, that's how I always tend to feel. I get scared. But then with this class, I learned a lot. Like I'm trying to work on myself, work on my confidence, even when I'm being called, when I'm not prepared. To say something about our facilitator, I would say I have a lot to say, but then let's cut it short. Honestly, I love this class. I'm glad I met you, seriously, because Not every tutor will make sure you learn, but then you did. Thank you very much for this opportunity.
My name is Okas Malaram. Work with the comms department in iPlace, and the last 2 days we've been engaged in a training that I thought, okay, this is something that should take us a month, but surprisingly we got the A to Z, like literally A to Z of how to be an effective public speaker. All thanks to Mr. Val. He did a great job. So he's wanting to learn and he's wanting to implement what he learned. So without no time, I'm ready to take action to represent this organization, paint a good picture that the whole world will see. And like I said yesterday, not to give them an option to join. At first glance, they'll be like, iPlace is the right place. God bless, Mr. Val.